Hi, I'm Sarh Bryer. Welcome, job seekers. As you know, hopefully by now, I'm reviewing AI tools to help job seekers, and I thought I had a cracker for you today, but let's see how we get on. This one is Prepair.dev. It's really new out there at the moment. I think it's just been live for a month. So let's not judge too harshly, but there's a really cool feature on here that you need to have if you are interviewing. So let's get into it and find out. So on Prepare, I've noticed there is a candidate and recruiter button. So I went straight to the recruiter button. Now, I didn't know what was going to happen because there's no instructions really. It just says screen candidates faster. So let's just pretend that I'm a recruiter. The only way that I logged in was using Gmail, and this is what happened. So it builds a link that if you were a recruiter, that you could send to a candidate. So just copying this, I'm popping it in here. This begins your interview. So I put my CV in there, put a test CV in there, and it's creating an interview agenda. And click start interview at the top. We've got a 15-minute interview. I've put in a learning and talent development consultant at Essex County Council. It's given me 4 areas, and as we go through the interview, the text version of what happens starts here. So let's just show you what happens. Now, one of the great things about this, I went through this giving a pretty poor interview just to see what would happen. And when I did 5 minutes or so just going through this, it gave a little report. And what it said was, demonstrated a mixed performance, experience. Well, I didn't actually demonstrate that much experience, but I said I just wanted the job because I like the money and the flexibility. It's accurately said that my responses were brief and lacked depth about my motivations. It's talked about some strengths and some areas for improvement, and has given some scores here. But you can see the interview log. So this right at the bottom is at the top where they started. So can I describe my experience? I have just briefly said something, but what Prepare Assistant has actually done has tried to delve a little bit deeper. So often in these platforms, what happens is you ask the question, you deliver the answer, and that's that. But this assistant is probing, which is brilliant. I've not seen this before, so this is pretty good. So I've just said, I don't really have any, I want to apply for the job. I appreciate your honesty. So what skills have you got? What's related? And I said, yeah, I've got some experience. And it's trying to probe me even further. Can you share any more experience that you have and what you've implemented? Can you tell me how you measured the success of this strategy? So even when I'm not answering the question quite correctly, it's still probing me to give me another chance, which is pretty good. So for you, if you're looking at this yourself and you're giving your interview answers, this is going to help you make sure you're really hitting all of those key parts that you need to achieve. I obviously, only did 5 minutes of this, but these were the questions it was going to ask me about that. And you've got this little report. If I was the interviewer, I would have a stack of these that then I would be able to go and judge. So we've got an interview list, we've got the candidates reports, pretty good. So that actually, instead of being the interviewer and having to listen to every single person's interview, what we would actually be doing is taking a look at the report and going via the report. So we can see the interview, click in, and we've got this overall performance. So if somebody maybe was marginal, we can then go back and actually listen to the interview. We can read the whole interview log to see what happened. Let's just go back here. Can we actually see the interview though? The actual video? I don't think we can, which is interesting. So I've gone to have a look for the CV and it won't find it, which is a problem. So if I were interviewing this person, I wanted to see that. It's given me just a paragraph of the job description. So let's just assume that I know it's my job, but I've not chosen that from anywhere. It was probably the first paragraph, or it's summarised it. It has put its cheeky Z in it, which I don't think would be in the original job description. So from a recruitment point of view, I can't see the CV. Not helpful. I can't also see the video either. Oh, hang on a minute. There's a button down here. There we go. So the actual recording will be down here, but I can't see the video. So if I wanted to see my candidate, I can't see them, which I suppose is a good thing because then you're not kind of adding bias in there. But if I wanted to watch that interview back, there doesn't seem to be any way to do that. It's also in the recruitment part, it's got the candidate side of it, which is a bit weird. So yeah, it feels like it isn't finished. In this side as well, that I'll put in a job. So this is the candidate side. It's just flipped back to the candidate side quite easily. That my account works with both candidate and recruiter, which is a little bit odd. So we can upload the job and then upload a CV. I've picked a CV, I've chosen the file, and then there's no like go button, like next. So I click skip, nothing happens. I click candidate, it starts from the beginning and wants me to put the job URL in again. So this had so much potential. When I had a look at the back end of it, the recruiter end of it, I was really excited. Like being able to give this level of feedback with the probing as well is really, really great. Doing this really great little report that you can see down here, it looks really good, but it just doesn't feel finished. So if you wanted to see what a recruiter might see and use this and kind of go through that process, I think it would be a really useful tool for a candidate to be able to get probed and give proper full answers. But right now, Prepair is not cutting it. So unfortunately, guys, I'm going to have to give this one a 3 out of 10. On the candidate face of it, it's just not working. But maybe I'll do an update, maybe if this gets fixed. And with the recruiter side, just not being able to see the video, I don't know whether that's a strength or a weakness. You know, you can hear it, but you can't see it. But really interesting. There's not much else. This is a free tool at the moment, and you can find out a bit more about the organisation, but it doesn't really tell us too much. I mean, this could have been copied from kind of anywhere. AI could have written it, let's be honest. But it is only a month old, so let's just give it a little bit of time to see what else that it's got. So that's Prepair.dev. Maybe check it out in a month or two's time to see how they've updated it. Thank you so much for joining. So this was only a short one today. So the more that you like and you subscribe, the more videos we'll do with these fancy AI tools. So if you're only using AI for the first time, you're interested in AI for job seeking, this is the place to be. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you again next time.